Let me be provocative. I don't like the word empowerment, and I don't like the notion of servant leadership. Now, in a traditional organization, traditional pyramidal organization, these are wonderful things, right? If I were ever to go back working in a traditional pyramidal organization, by any means, I would hope that they practice empowerment and, servant leadership. But empowerment and servant leadership are not self-management, right? Self-management replaces the pyramid. So when I hear people say, hey, we practice self-management and we empower people, we have this culture of empowerment and servant leadership, there's something in my mind that goes like, uh-oh, like something weird here is happening, like this is not compatible, right? And most probably it means that you're not really practicing self-management, right? Because think about it, right? If you need to empower people, it means that power is still concentrated at the top, right? And that you're sort of delegating some of that power down to people, right? In self-management, power isn't just delegated, power is fully distributed. Everybody is powerful by design of the system, not because somebody, some servant leader delegated power down to them. Right? And let's look a little deeper into this notion of servant leadership. Again, in a hierarchical organization, this is wonderful, right? This notion that a servant leader is in service of their people. But when you look at that from a self-management perspective, it suddenly starts to feel, at least to me, horribly paternalistic, right? It means that that people need me to be serving them, right? And for me, quite frankly, I feel that it's just another trap for the ego, right? I'm no longer this heroic autocratic leader, right? That is so special because he's at the top of the pyramid or she's at the top of the pyramid. No, but now I'm special because I'm this servant leader. I'm sort of this wonderfully servant, caring leader that just serves my people, right? And everything in me there goes like, yucks, my people and serving my people, and I'm in service of. All of that shows that I'm not the same. I'm not, of the same fabric as them. I'm different, and I'm serving them. Oh. And in self-management, I come to think about it differently. Like, what am I serving? I'm serving the purpose of the organization, right? I'm serving the purpose of the organization. I don't need to serve the people because the people can take care of themselves very well, thank you, right? They're fully powerful. They can use the advice process to make any change happen. And, they no longer need me to serve them. They don't need anybody to serve them, right? And I like to be of service to people, right? Like if somebody, say, is sick, then it's wonderful for me to be in service to them, right? But I don't look as people in my organization as being sick, as needing to be in service of them, right? Actually, we're all together serving the purpose of the organization, and that is really beautiful. So servant leadership to me means that. It means we're all servant leaders, we're all serving the purpose of the organization, but we're not, serving, the poor people at the bottom of the pyramid. So if you're still using some of these words, right? If you're still using words like empowerment and servant leadership, it probably means that, you aren't fully practicing self-management, and that probably even sort of in your own understanding and in your mind, you haven't completely made that Copernican revolution towards self-management, right? And that's okay. It's just a process. But please don't fool yourself. Don't say that you're practicing self-management, because most likely what you're doing is practicing a benign, benevolent form of dictatorship.